the newest episode of Naruto Shippuden brings with it an unforeseeable plot twist, a massive, drastic change of events that nobody could have predicted. Turns out that Sasuke is in fact going to end up fighting Naruto. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that would have happened, right? Not me. But anyway, this episode could really be described as the episode in where Sasuke has his mood swing. This episode kind of really does make Sasuke seem like he has some type of personality disorder. In terms of the chronology of the story, it would have made a lot more sense to have Naruto versus Sasuke first, and then they team up against Kaguya, and that's the final fight of the series. But no, I think Kishimoto needed to structure this mood swing this way because he was so bent on having Sasuke and Naruto be the final closing thing of the series, just like it was in part 1. So because he wanted to do that at the end, there needed to be some weird type of writing thing going on. In this case, it's Sasuke revealing to people what his plan, what his goal is for the shinobi world and how to bring about what he calls peace. According to him, it'll come out through revolution. Now, what I find very interesting is that even after he told the sage that he was going to start a revolution, was the fact that the sage actually just sat there and went okay, well, you know what? In the past, I made a mistake. I gave one of my boys too much power, and they ended up fighting. So I'm going to do things differently this time. I'm going to make things equal, give Naruto and you a bit of my power, equal amounts, so that you don't fight. And it's oh shit, you're fighting anyway. In the past, I've actually made the reference of comparing Sasuke to a girl who is constantly on her period. No offense to girls who are on their period, but it's Sasuke has been changing goals like crazy throughout this entire show. He wanted to kill Itachi. After that, he wanted to destroy Konoha. After that, he wanted some answers. After that, he wanted to become Hokage. And then after that, he wants a revolution. So which is it, Sasuke? It's every time something emotional happens, it's oh no, I gotta do this instead of this, or yeah, let's focus my attention on this. So it's a very, very unstable type of personality that he has going on, and understandably so. There's a moment in this, a moment that I really liked in the manga, not so much in the anime, because he puts Sakura under Genjutsu, and in the manga, the first impression that you got was Sasuke literally just stabbed her through the heart, because it actually felt like it was the real Sasuke. In the anime, they changed it up. It was kind of it's this aura of Sasuke, so you can honestly tell that it's a Genjutsu right off the bat. So there's no shock there. It's okay, this is totally a Genjutsu. You even see his using his Rinnegan to activate it. The thing about a Genjutsu is that it actually feels real to the victim. So in Sakura's head, this is literally Sasuke stabbing her up, right? And I don't know if they changed that in this episode specifically because they were censoring the violence a little bit, or because they know they needed to patch this up in order for something else that comes later to make sense, the relationship that evolves later. Because, if we're being 100% honest, all right, and I honestly, I always wanted Sakura to sort of have her dream come true and end up with Sasuke. There is a lot of emotional abuse within the Sakura and Sasuke friendship/relationship. I mean, that's a fact, right? There's no denying that. And fortunately or unfortunately, this is the type of behavior from Sasuke that makes perfect sense if you understand his character. In this very same episode, all right, Kakashi calls him out, why are you doing this? She's tearing up. It's not that she wants you to necessarily be hers and be with her. She just yearns for you. She really cares about you. She gets worried about you. And Sasuke this is the quote that pretty much summarizes Sasuke's character in a nutshell. I don't understand why she would want to love me or why she loves me, and I have no reason to love her in return. So Sasuke is basically trapped in this unlovable void. And it's not so much that he doesn't want love for himself. It's more of the fact that he doesn't understand it, which is why he thinks back to his mom, the conversation that he had with his mom, because in all honesty, that's probably the only female in his life that he ever acknowledged that cared deeply about him. And then after that was taken away from him, he's well, screw this. And he even describes that moment as part of a failed past. So he puts the tailed beast under Genjutsu. He traps them with Chibaku Tensei, in their Pokeballs. I love how the tailed beasts were, they were making plans to go to Disney World and crap. And Kurama was just he doesn't come out and say it, but he's like, he's gonna stay with Naruto. Like, he has to stay in with Naruto. And then the sage says, Kurama, I want you to stay with Naruto. And then Kurama's like, oh well, okay. As if that weren't the thing that he was planning on doing anyway. So Sasuke starts going crazy with his revolution speech. They even included the Akatsuki theme. Da 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 da. It's the end of the world. The Akatsuki lives through Sasuke because the last member of the Akatsuki was Zetsu that turned into a tree. And so Sasuke just tells Naruto, we got to move this out of the way here. Just follow me. You know where we're going, Naruto. And Naruto's like, okay. And so they follow each other. The sage said that he doesn't have a lot of time left, that he's about to go poof, and yet he still sticks around to have a conversation with Kakashi. So it's like, okay, what are you doing here, Sage? Make yourself useful or something. At least grab a newspaper while you fucking wait. No. And then, like, I did like the fact that Kakashi asks the Sage, so do you have faith in Naruto? What do you think about Uzumaki Naruto? Well, if he was able to change Kurama's heart, which was basically a concentration of hatred, then yeah, I have faith in him. So they go over to the Valley of the End. The animation in this episode is drastically different from the previous one. You notice that right off the bat when you see the outline, like the outline of the characters is a lot less smooth, it's a lot thicker. But overall, I thought the episode didn't look bad at all. It looked pretty good, pretty decent. So they go to the Valley of the End, and Sasuke's about to explain his plan for a revolution and what it means for him to become Hokage. And if you notice the preview, that was the weirdest part of the episode. The preview is in black and white. So I don't know if that's like the way the episode is supposed to look, or they just straight up did not finish coloring in the episode. Now, I do know that next week there will not be an episode of Naruto Shippuden, so we have to wait till the week after that. And I don't know if the fight is going to start in next week's episode, or if it's just going to be a bunch of flashback with Sasuke's explanation. Hopefully, the fighting starts the week after next week. So we'll see what happens. Actually, I just went back and rewatched the preview. You do see Naruto going into Biju mode, but it's still in black and white. And actually, some of those shots, they're not even animated. They're basically like storyboard shots. So I don't know if they were sleeping on the fight or what the hell happened, but yeah, it's a little bit crazy that they had so much time. This show should have ended 2 years ago. And I don't know if the final product is still like they need to color it or whatever. It was just really weird. But anyway, we have a break next week. I'll catch you guys later. Overall, I thought that was a pretty decent episode of Naruto Shippuden. Like the video if you did, I appreciate that. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Comment down below with your thoughts. Damn, Sasuke. Back at it again with them mood swings.